then we're just going to dive right into CashTrap, you guys. If you guys are brand new, you know, Tuesday mornings, you guys are for like a brand new trader. So every single Tuesday morning is really in depth about like the brokers, the compound calculator, the basics of CashTrap. You guys, today we're going to dive into kind of like the supports and resistance of CashTrap and how to mark it up. And then Thursday and Fridays are just straight get to the bag sessions. Okay, so you guys, so type some dollar signs in the chat if you guys are excited to learn about SRTs and how to mark up CashTrap. And so first things, you guys, like I said, you know, the first things I want to dive into, you guys, is what's called the Thorax Factory. Okay, this is going to tell us if there's any major news on any of the currencies that we are trading. All right, and so we want to stay away from red folders and we want to stay away from gray folders, right? And so we have, you know, an orange folder on the US dollar and we have an orange folder on the euro. These should be fine, but if we take either one of these trades and price just goes, you know, completely opposite way, we will just stay away from that. But you guys, let's go over to the broker. Whatever broker you guys are using should look very similar to this. All right. Over here on the left, you guys, these are all the different currency pairs that we're able to trade. And so whenever you're looking at CashTrap, right, it's going to kick you out a trade idea. It's going to kick you out a trade symbol. Whatever symbol that is, you guys, you just want to match it with the same one that is on your broker. So if it says, you know, USD JPY, make sure that you just have USD JPY selected on your broker. Next thing, you guys, let's go over here to the right. You know, these are all the settings that we can change for our trade. The first setting we're going to change and keep permanent is going to be the time. Okay, we're always going to take 3-minute trades, and the reason for that is CashTrap's algorithm and the whole, you know, strategy was built around 3-minute trades. Okay, and so I do not trade fixed time. So what that means actually is this clock up here will count down to half the time I've selected. So I have 3 minutes selected. It'll count down to 1.5 minutes and then reset back to 3. So technically, you guys, if I was to take a trade right now, it'd be a 2-minute and 30-second trade. All right, so whenever it comes down to like 2:15, 2:20, I just reset 3 minutes. But you guys, we will never ever take anything else other than 3-minute trades. Right here, you guys, is where you guys can risk, or this is the amount that you guys can risk on any given trade. All right, do not over leverage, do not over trade, okay? Proper risk management is key. So you guys, I recommend 1 to 2% of your account on any given trade. My recommendation is if you take a 1% trade, you can roll it over 3 times. If you take a 2% trade, you can roll it over twice, okay? And so you guys, next we have a call option, which is a buy. This is the same as a green up arrow, right? We want price to work up. We have a put, which is a sell, same as a red down arrow. We want price to work down, right? And then you guys, when CashTrap kicks you out a trade, it's going to kick you out the symbol, right? Symbol, call or put, and then an entry point. Those are the only 3 things that you need to transfer over from CashTrap to your broker. Symbol, call or put, and then the entry. So if you guys think that you guys are more comfortable taking a trade now, type some 2s in the chat. Type some 2s in the chat if you guys feel more comfortable taking a trade. All right, let's go. And so you guys, like I said, you know, today we are really going to focus on marking up CashTrap. Okay? So let me refresh this. There we go. All right, let it refresh and load. Has anybody been having issues with CashTrap today? No? Yes? Okay. So yes, this is CashTrap 3.0. It just took a second to load. But if you guys do not have it, I highly recommend getting it, okay? All you have to do is go to im.academy, log into your the back office, go to shopping cart, and then CashTrap is under the platform Hourglass. And so you guys, the first things that we like to look at with CashTrap is what's called the DXY. Over here on the right, you guys, these are all the different currency pair and trade ideas that are getting kicked out. And so the first one is what's called the dollar, right? And so this is going to tell us what the dollar wants to do, okay? Is the dollar going to gain strength or if the dollar is going to lose strength? Because if we know what the dollar is going to do before the actual currency strength meter updates, you guys, we can get a lot of insight to see where this is going to go, right? So this is a built-in currency strength meter over here, right? US dollar, Japanese yen, the euro. And so, you guys, this updates every 5 minutes. But if we can look at what the dollar wants to do right away, we can actually kind of cheat. And so with this, you guys, the dollar is losing strength, right? The dollar, to me, looks like it actually wants to continue working down. And so if the dollar is continuing to work down, that means UJ should go down eventually. Because if the dollar is going to lose strength, well, actually the Japanese yen is only 3. But if the dollar is losing strength and the Japanese yen was a little stronger, the Japanese yen would pull this down, right? So if the dollar is losing strength and the euro stronger, that should be going up. And that's exactly what just happened, right? The dollar lost its strength and the euro overpowered the dollar. So that was actually a really good setup. And so, yes, when you can use the DXY before, if you can use the DXY as just a normal pair and look to see what it's going to do before you take trade ideas, you can get a lot of, more insight to see where these are going to go. And so, you guys, if Euro USD comes back down to this support, you guys, I'm going to enter this idea. Because this is a very good trade idea. Actually, you guys, I'm going to enter this idea. I'm going to enter Euro USD for this up arrow. All right, anywhere below like 475. So some people are already saying they already cleared EU. So that means that they got in when this first got kicked out. So let's go. That's good because, you guys, that's overall the goal. The goal is to teach you guys how to master the strategy so you don't even need me. So you don't even need Matt, right? So you guys can be going through these currency pairs and calling out trades before they're even called out. And so, yes, EU is a prime example of what I'm going to mark up my charts on. All right. So if you guys got an EU, type some dollar signs in the chat. But yes, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to clear the indicators, okay? Just to keep it simple for you guys. And so the first things that I like to look for, you guys, is when I come to kind of a naked chart, is what we call it, is I like to just see my SRTs, right? I know the 200 EMA kind of tells us if we're an uptrend or a downtrend, but I just like to kind of look at it too every once in a while without the indicators. So the first things I'm going to do is I'm going to come up like this. I'm on the 5-minute chart. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the hour. I'm going to go to the hour, and then I'm going to find, a really good support level and resistance. Okay, if you guys are like, what's a support level? You guys, so a support level is, if I were to draw a line, right, and drop a bouncy ball from the top, where's it going to bounce off of the line? Well, here's a really good example, right? We had price move up, and it hit this line as a resistance, right? And then it got reversed. But then when it came back up, it actually broke it, but closed above. That's what we call a break and retest. And then it respected it as a support, right? Bounced off, came down, it kind of broke it, but then immediately respected it again. And then came back down, bounced off, came back down, bounced off. So that is a very good level of support, right? Very good level of support. But 1 second. If you guys took EU, we should be in profit. Let's go. So if you guys are clearing EU, type some clears in the chat. If If you guys are clearing EU, type some. This thing is deep. Let's go. This isn't even updating. 508 price is at 511. We got in at 470. Come on. 518. So we entered at 476. Price is at 520. So this thing is super deep. So we did clear that, you guys. Let's go. We did clear that. That thing was super, super, super deep. For you guys that don't believe, I'm just going to show you. Euro USD right here. So 1-0, you guys, okay? But let's go back to marking up CashTrap quick. So that's going to be a really good level of support on the hour. Okay? So now what I want to do is I want to find a really good resistance. Right? Well, I'm just going to put a resistance right here as an hourly resistance. Right? We had a good break and retest over here. And that's where it came back up to. Now I'm going to break it down a little bit more. I'm going to go down to the 15. All right. So now can I find, a good support level and a good resistance level on the 15? If I had to draw one up, I'd say, there's a good level. And you guys, it's not always going to be perfect. Okay? You can't be wrong with supports and resistance, right? There's going to be multiple. It's just wherever you feel like there is. And so right there. I'm going to put one there. We had a lot of wicks here. Candle, break and retest. Break and retest. And then a wick. So I'm going to put that as a resistance. And then we go down to the 5. Go down to the 5 minute. I'm going to come over here. 5 minutes, you guys, they're not as strong as levels. So what I do is I make them just a little thinner. But you also can put in more. So there's a good support level. There's a good support level. Okay. And so you guys, all you really do is just break it down. The price might come up to there for a resistance. And then when you can break down your support levels, where's CashTrap? Lock vertical lines. Okay, let's see if this works. So then when you get your support levels, you guys, if you guys go back to the strategy, it didn't save. But this is what it would look like live, okay? So I'm just going to do the same exact thing, right? We're going to go over here. We're going to go to horizontal line. But you guys, if you see something, CashTrap already gives you those lines. And so look at, there's a green line, green level of support. Perfect. All you got to do is look at it. Or if you want, you can put in your own levels, right? Here's that resistance I had drawn in. And so you guys, CashTrap gives you the lines. But it's just up to you if you guys want to draw in your own. And so when you guys saw that, so when I saw this trade idea, you guys, right, we had price working down, and then it bounced right off of this support level. So if you guys actually were looking at CashTrap, if you guys looked at CashTrap and took this down arrow, type some dollar signs in the chat. Type some dollar signs in the chat if you guys took this down arrow, because that would have been an amazing arrow. Price, I know we have the euro a little stronger, but price came up and smacked a really good level of resistance. Look how much it's respected that. So price smacked a really good level of resistance, okay? Where do I see this coming to next? Well, honestly, I think it's going to come to this area right here. I think that Euro USD is going to come down to this support level here. And then we are going to get that up arrow. because you guys, we are primarily in an uptrend, right? The 200 EMA just turned green. So what that means is price is going to continue to work up, right? Let's look at the dollar. The dollar is gaining a little bit of strength, but the dollar is also starting to trend down. So if the dollar's trending down, that means what? That the euro is going to overpower the dollar. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to find a good resistance level. There's actually a good resistance right there. Break and retest. So if it breaks that resistance, well, I'm going to guess it's going to come up to right there. Okay. So what's that telling us is that Euro USD again is going to go up, right? That's telling us that Euro USD is going to go up again. So let's go back over to Euro USD. There it is, hitting the support. Like I said, once it hits the support, that is a very good entry. So if you guys want to jump in, right here is a very good level to enter Euro USD at, okay? I'm going to enter right now at 496 is the zone area. 496 to 490 is the zone area where I got in. So if you guys want, you can wait for the new candle. But you guys, this is where we're going to get that up arrow. So price is at 487. Let's look at the dollar. All right, the dollar came up past that, resistance I had drawn in. Most likely going to get rejected or reversed off of that next zone area. The very highest I see the dollar index coming, you guys, is this zone area right here. Right? Because this is where it's been getting reversed a lot. So I'm going to put a little red box there. So the dollar should, it broke through, should be getting reversed right in here, right? So what that means is the dollar might gain a little bit of strength right now, right? The dollar might gain a little bit of strength right now, but overall it's going to lose its strength. Overall, it loses its strength. Euro USD will go what? Up. So what I'm going to do is I got in at 496, so I'm actually going to it won't even let me roll over. What in the heck? I'm going to roll my trade over, you guys. This 504, I did not mean to click that. I wasn't even, I didn't talk about 504, so I did not mean that entry. Here's my 496 entry, you guys. Just blare out that 504. When I went to enter, I accidentally typed my keypad because I have one of those mouse touch pads or whatever. And so I entered at 504 and was like, oh crap. But you guys, 504 was not the entry I called out. 496 or below, which price is below it right now. Oh, come on, let me roll it. Why is anybody else's broker being like this right now? But you guys get ready. Euro USD is moving really weird right now. Really weird right now. Hopefully you guys were all able to roll over your top entry. Oh yeah, we do have that news too going on. All right. So you guys, this is, we do have that news going on, but this is a good zone area for this setup, you guys. This can be a little bit riskier. Why is my arrow stuck? Of an idea, and so I'm gonna enter this idea. Came down to the support. We got the up arrow. About to get the cross up. The currency strength meter. Yes, I mean this is a very, very good level of support. This, we have price reject off of this support level right here multiple times. So the only thing we have to be careful with is the news on the Forex Factory. So just be careful. Proper risk management, right? We teach you guys that every day. The dollar should be losing strength. There it is. It came up, kind of wicked out. So the dollar should be losing strength. Candle closed below the resistance, which is a very good sign. The US dollar, I'm going to guess, is coming down a little bit. But if you guys got in again on Euro USD, type your entries in the chat. I got in, spiked down. I told you guys to enter, so it was a very good level. I did not clear that first entry. You guys. But if you guys did roll over, because I wasn't able to, but I told you guys to, if you guys were able to roll over, you guys are in profit. It's at 500 already. So I told you guys to roll over. I wasn't able to roll over because I missed it. My broker was frozen. But hopefully you guys were able to roll over. So you guys type your scores in the chat. I just want to see how everybody is doing. Type your scores in the chat. 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 2-0, 1-0, 3-0. Okay, perfect. So that's what I like to see. That is what I like to see. Maybe one or a couple people 0-1, but that didn't get the rollover. But you guys, we are clearing this new entry. So I'm going to be 1-1. Hopefully you guys are all 2-0. All right, no, we already cleared one. So we are 2-1. Yeah, because we already cleared a first one. So we are 2-1. Everybody, hopefully, at minimum is 2-1. A lot of people should be 3-0. If you guys were able to roll that over, look at this. Look at that, you guys. If you guys were able to roll that over, you guys are deep in profit. Price is at 524. Right? It came back down to the support that I drew in and just went. Right? The US dollar came back up to the resistance, came back up, and then just went. Right? You guys, I predicted what was going to happen before it even happened. And how did I do that? I just drew in a couple good lines of supports and resistance, and I saw price every time it came up, it got reversed. And so I knew the dollar was going to get reversed. If the dollar is losing strength, I know that the euro is going to overpower. USD JPY is setting up nicely, you guys, but the dollar is supposed to be losing strength. The only thing is that the Japanese yen is not that strong at all. So if the Japanese yen is not strong at all, you guys, we actually could see a little bit of a pullback on UJ, right? It's coming down to a support level. If it's coming down to a support level, we open with a green candle or a blue candle, get the up arrow. This could be a good idea. We have to be careful just because we know that we see that the currency strength meter shows the US dollar stronger, but we know that the dollar is losing strength, but hopefully the dollar actually reverses right here. We can actually catch a little bit of a pullback on UJ. So I'm going to enter at UJ. So, guys, I actually got in at 51. Right when I said I'm going to enter, new candle opened. So if you guys did not enter, you can enter now. But on USD JPY, this is a little bit riskier of a setup. Okay, this is a little riskier of a setup. So please do not over leverage. We have the dollar working down. Hopefully hits that support. We get a little bit of a pullback. We have the Japanese yen super weak. Okay. And so if you guys got in USD JPY, type your entries in the chat. I'm going to take a second entry down below. Just hit that support. I'm going to take a second entry, you guys. So I got two entry. Oh my gosh. I got in for 1 minute and 30 seconds. I got two entries in on USD JPY. You know, we have price come up, worked its way down. The very lowest I see this going is this support right here. Very lowest. But if you guys got in a little early, I got in at 51. You might just need one rollover. Okay. I also entered at 44. So I got 51 and 44 for my entries. If you guys did enter, I actually just rolled mine over. But if you guys weren't able to roll over, you guys are deep in profit. If you guys did not roll over, I did. I always bank on more time than none, you guys. I'm always super safe. And so what I recommend is no matter what I'm saying, no matter what I'm doing, if you guys are out of profit halfway through your trade, roll it over. No matter what, because it's your trade, right? I can't see your screen. I can't see when your trade ends. And that's why I always say at the beginning of the call, if you take a 1% trade, always roll over 3 times if needed. If you take a 2%, always roll over twice, right? Because I don't know when you guys expire. And so you guys always roll over if you need it. Always bank on more time if needed, okay? Oh, geez, UJ came down and just smacked that support. So I was able to roll over my bottom entry because it just spiked down, gave me a roll. So you guys roll over. I might have to roll over my top entry one more time. Cleared, cleared. Let's go, you guys. Let's go. Let's look at the DXY. So the DXY, right, came down, hit the support, and now it's reversing up. I don't think it's going to reverse up for a very long time, but I believe we can get a little bit movement here, just like that. And then I believe that it's going to get bounced off of here. Oops. This is what I believe the dollar is going to do. It's going to bounce off, come up to this resistance, and then it's actually going to break the support and continue in the downtrend down. But it might stay in a little bit of consolidation. Can you guys hear me? My screen's lagging again. One second. I need to clear my history and cookies and all, whatever they call it. Because, you guys, these things are deep. I need to show you guys these before I clear. These things are deep. Hold on, let me go look. So, right, let me show you guys again. Actually, I'll show you guys that in a second as a recap. But if you guys took UJ, you are deep in profit. All right, here's my first entry. Here's my bottom entry. So if you guys took these, you're deep in profit. 3-0, 4-0, 4-1, 5-0. So you guys, I'm 2-1, right? I should have rolled my other entry, but I missed it. So we technically it could have been 3-0. But we're going to be 4-1. Six and 0, 3-0, 5-0. So yes, people are securing the bag. There we go. There's one. And you guys, here is 2. And now, yes, let's recap. Let's recap the DXY. Because honestly, you can really trade off of let's recap the DXY, but supports and resistance. Because you guys, the only things you guys honestly need to trade with CashTrap, the arrow, because there's so much power and so much algorithm behind it. So the arrow with the EMA, support and resistance, and currency strength meter, okay? So let's look at this again, right? Let's put a horizontal line right here. horizontal line right here. Right? So the dollar, we took some trades going up because we knew the dollar was going to go up. We took some trades going down because we knew that the dollar was losing strength. And now, you guys, I believe this is what's going to happen. Dollar's going to gain strength. And then the dollar is going to have a breakthrough. Right? We drew in a support and resistance. And now we just look at the indicators we have on CashTrap. So the dollar's gaining strength. I don't even know if it will get this high. It actually might not. It might only come up to here because here's a really good level of some resistance as well. So the dollar's going to come up, get smacked down, and then have a breakthrough. And so what's that pull out for UJ? Well, UJ, right? If the dollar is going to be losing strength, the dollar should be moving down. The only thing is the Japanese yen. The Japanese yen is super, super weak. What's that take for EU? Well, if the dollar is losing strength, the euro should go up, right? But you guys can see because the dollar is in consolidation, euro USD is also in consolidation. So, okay, well, if you guys have not made your percentage yet, you could actually trade this consolidation until it's called a breakthrough. So if you guys have not already secured the big, which everybody should have, what you can do now, right? We got a really good level of support. We got a resistance. Every time price comes down, gives you an up arrow with the support, you take it. Every time it comes up to the resistance with the down arrow, you take it, right? Because we're in consolidation. Consolidation is where it respects the same level of resistance and support. So what's going to happen? Well, we're going to see that, and then we're going to see that, right? And it might just keep doing this for a while. But you guys, what's going to happen is eventually there's going to be a breakthrough where it just goes like that, right? Maybe it's not that one that goes. You know, maybe the dollar gains a lot of strength. Maybe it comes down. And so that's where you guys, you have to be careful. Do not ever have more than 2 entries in a time during consolidation because it will break through one way. So you guys, I am, oh my gosh, let's see here. What are we today? 4-1. I mean, I should have rolled over. I missed it. So if you guys rolled over, you're 5-0. I said rollover. I personally missed it. 5-0, 4-0. So I don't even think anybody missed the rollover. If you guys rolled over Euro USD, type some ones in the chat. That one that I lost, type some ones in the chat if you guys rolled it. Yeah, I don't think anybody missed it. And so you guys, you know, that's technically a win. Right? I missed it, but I called it out and everybody cleared it. So that could be 6-0. That could be 6-0. So you guys, look what's happening, right? The euro's coming down. The dollar's gaining a little bit of strength. What's going to happen is it's going to reverse like this. So if the dollar's going to be losing strength, right? Look at the setup. I ain't lying to you. If you guys entered Euro USD, you know what? Let's enter it. Let's enter it. If you guys got in Euro USD before I did, type your entries in the chat. Dang. This thing just went. Yeah, if you guys entered it right when CashTrap kicked it out, you probably got 495. 493 I see in the chat. 493. Let's go. You guys, it is not rocket science. It is following exactly what I've been telling you guys. It has been following exactly what I have been telling you guys. Find a good level of support. Find a good level of resistance. And then just wait for arrows. Find a good level of support, find a good level of resistance, wait for arrows, right? Came down, hit the support, gave you an up arrow. Came up, hit a resistance, gave you a down arrow. Came down, hit a support. Guys, that's what consolidation is. But because it's so simple, once you've mastered consolidation, because it's so simple, a lot of people take way too many entries. And then it breaks through one way. And so you guys, I entered this late, and I told you guys to enter it with me. You guys, if you guys entered late with me, we are still deep in profit. If you guys entered when CashTrap kicked it out at right here, you guys are deep in profit. So, oh my gosh. I don't know how people don't make money on these calls. I don't get how people do not make money on these calls. If you are not making money on these calls, there's two things. You're not listening and you're trading by yourself and not being disciplined. And I will admit, you guys, I will admit, that was me. That was me for the longest time. I would trade with Matty Pips before I was an educator, and I'd be like, oh, he just cleared 3-0. And every time Matt would take a trade, I would take 4 trades. That was me. I will admit it. That was me. Every time Matt took a trade, I'd take 4 trades. And I'd be like, dang, well, Matt just lost 1. Well, I just lost 4. So then I would double up the next entry. You guys, you can't do that. You can't do that. So you guys, if you guys cleared EU, type some clears in the chat. I was able to clear. It is starting to work down a little bit right now, but you guys, I did clear. And so you guys, if that's you right now, if you're not making money on these sessions, start now. Make the decision to change your ways. Go to the compound calculator, start fresh. It doesn't matter if you've already lost half of your account. Start fresh. From today on, I'm going to make my 4% every single session. Because if you guys take exactly the entries we're taking, there's no way anybody should be losing money. Okay? And so you guys, thank you guys for jumping on. I hope you guys were able to learn something about, supports and resistance and kind of how to mark it up. That was the main purpose of this. Thursday, Friday, we are getting straight to the bag. And so you guys have a fantastic day. Love you guys, and we'll see you guys later. Peace out.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Now, if anybody can't get what you just showed,
If anybody can't make money on these calls, they just got to show up. This is.
yeah.
He can do better leading us than I can because I'm learning like everybody else. But I make money on these calls.
Right. But like you said, CashTrap gives you the support resistance.
It does. It gives you. It gives you everything. But that's why I tried to have a boot camp with them just so they would know what everything was.